Hello everyone and welcome back to the Great Book of Grudges. My name is Nathan and today we're going to be in for a more bestial video. On screen right now is Beastlord Rakarth of Gibraltar, the most accomplished beastmaster in all of Nagaroth. While the Dark Elves themselves are already known to be cruel and break the will of many monstrous beasts, it is known that Rakarth had a natural gift for this, where when he was just a small child, with just a simple piercing glare, Rakarth formed an almost unbreakable bond with the dragon known as Brachus. The dragon, recognizing Rakarth's cruelty and bloodlust to be very similar to his own, Rakarth joins the Total War Warhammer universe as its newest FLC Legendary Lord, which is to release on the 18th of March on Total War Access. Our friends at Creative Assembly reached out to spotlight this character on the channel, which is super awesome, so let's not waste any more time and show what surprises our Dark Elf friend here has. Our campaign begins in the island of Albion, where Rakarth is far away from his fellow kin, though given the nature of the Dark Elves, it's probably a good thing for the time being. This campaign start position is both for the Mortal Empires and the Eye of the Vortex. Now, the Beastlord is played rather differently to most Dark Elf factions, and this is highlighted on his faction effects. Under the Lash has the following benefits: monster pens, which will allow you to capture various different monsters in the Warhammer world after defeating different races and factions. This will allow you to build up full monster-focused armies rather than focus on just Dark Elf units. You will also have the added benefit of a 10% upkeep reduction on all monsters and beasts you may tame. But by far the best benefit is that all of your armies will not suffer vigor reduction when on raiding stance, and since raiding is a great way of acquiring slaves, this is perfect for Rakarth. Raiding will also have the added benefit of having a chance to acquire some new beasts for your monster pens. Now we have some Norskens to deal with, so let's quickly take care of them and move on. The Norskens have been defeated, and you may see on the side that we have acquired some new units. Harpies to be in fact, and they are not recruited in the standard way. The Monster Pens is Rakarth's faction's unique mechanic, where as you acquire more and more beasts, you can instantly recruit them into your armies, provided you have the expendable income. He and his faction are not limited to Dark Elf monsters, but as you can see, you can tame other wild beasts such as Stegodons. Of course, you will need to hunt down your enemies and attack their settlements to try and get these, but that gives you more incentive to go out and do your damage. Let's recruit the Harpies so we can have some fast moving units and check out Rakarth himself. Rakarth's trait, Beastlord, has the following benefits. It will increase melee defense to all monstrous units in his army. Recruitment time for monstrous units will be reduced by 1 turn to a minimum of 1 turn. And finally, the trait also gives him access to 2 new abilities, Whiplash and Beastlord's Gaze. Beastlord's Gaze can be used to stop rampaging monsters, whilst also giving them a leadership bonus, while Whiplash can be used on larger entities to give them benefits towards charge speed, base weapon damage, armor-piercing weapon damage, and charge bonus. Rakarth's unique skills will focus around making your monstrous units better, and increasing the rate as to which you will acquire income. He is devoted to taming predators, so it's only natural that he be considered one too. He also has a number of mount options as you can see, but we're all here to see Brachus, his childhood companion. Now the Beastlord is from the dread city of Gibraltar, and while you do not have access to it at the start of your campaign, you can indeed take back your home via a special event. Capturing and delivering 2,500 slaves will ensure their loyalty, well, as much as you can get from the Dark Elves. But you are not the only ones seeking these territories. Lokia Fellheart is also vying for control, so you may want to be quick or Squidface will beat you to the punch. The quest for the Whip of Agony will start early on your campaign. It will set you on the task to restore your port, but while we deal with that, let's eliminate the rest of the Norskens on Albion. The Whip of Agony item itself provides a few bonuses, such as increased campaign movement range, increased weapon strength, and a variety of other different buffs. You will also gain access to the Whip of Agony Hex ability, which can be used on enemy monsters and gives them quite a powerful debuff. You will have access to Rakarth's other unique item at the start of your campaign, the Beast Armor of Karond Kar. This will provide you with leadership bonuses, extra armor, a cooldown reduction on Whiplash, and even a passive ability, which will make Rakarth much better in the battlefield when fighting against large entities. All 4 options after defeating a settlement garrison will give you a chance to acquire new beasts. The option itself is completely dependent on your playstyle. Personally, I prefer to conquer Albion to have it as a main base of operations, as it sits on an area of the map that gives me access to many possible enemies, so let's get going. Albion is now ours, and now we can look toward the rest of the world. There are many new slaves to capture and many beasts to tame. Before anything, however, a new quest has popped up, tasking us to attack the city of Altdorf, where the Imperials have a rather large zoo which can provide us with many new beasts. We obviously won't head that way just yet, but it stands as a target for the future. We have started expanding, but I need more monsters, so with that let's check out Rakarth's unique right, Convocation of Hunters. The right is free, but it does have a cost, as you can see, with different options. The choice here is purely yours, but with this you will be able to fill out your armies with a variety of different creatures. It has now been a few turns, and the port we set to restore is now back up and running, though it seems that we cannot get the Whip of Agony just yet. Let's fight the big lizard and repel him from the island of Albion. With the whip now in hand, let's turn our attention to acquiring slaves, but you will also see I now have access to a Black Ark, a reward for claiming the Whip of Agony. This should make things easier for us to attack some ports very early into the campaign. Again, it's been a few turns, but this time we have many slaves. It's time to return home to Karond Kar. While these lands are far away from our current base of operations, it's always good to be near some potential allies and confederations. From here you are free to raid and pillage as you please, but before we end this video, you may recall the quest to go to the Imperial Zoo. Well, if you manage to take that early, not only does it give you a strong foothold in the old world by looting and occupying, but it also gives you the benefit of taking out the Empire early. This would eliminate a strong member of the Order Tide, while also giving you a campaign full of fighting early on. Thank you for checking out the video. Rakarth will release on the 18th of March on Total War Access, and I hope you enjoy your new Dark Elf experience. But with that, my friends, we've come to the end of our video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, might I suggest giving the video a like, or even subscribing to the channel, as it really does help us out. In the description section below are various links to different social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, and Discord. Also in the description section is an affiliate link with Element Games where you could buy loads of hobby-based products, not just Warhammer, for 10 to 25% off. Making a purchase using that link and also our special code, which is also in the description, supports the channel at no extra cost to you, which we think is rather cool. A big thank you to our patrons. Your support means the world to us. It's amazing that people want to help a small channel like us grow and get to a higher level of content. A big thank you to Gibraltar LUSC, Ryan Bertsche, Andrew Prince, and Okro for subscribing to us at our Fame level. You guys are super cool. And a big thank you to Edward Yule, VS Vasan, Aaron Whitman, and Shaggy for subscribing to us at our King level. Honestly, we can't thank you all enough. And lastly, a big thank you to all of you for liking, sharing, and commenting on these videos. Honestly, it's because of you guys that the channel has been growing at such a great pace lately, so we can't thank you all enough. But with that, my friends, thank you so much for watching once again, and we shall see you all again very, very soon. Have a good day.